It was just another quiet night, until the radar screen flickered. At 2:17 a.m., air defense operators noticed something impossible. A signal appeared in restricted airspace. No flight number, no transponder, no identification. At first, they thought it was a glitch. But the object kept moving. Slow, silent, precise. This was not a commercial aircraft, not a military jet, and definitely not supposed to be there. As operators tried to track it, the signal suddenly dropped lower, far below normal flying altitude. And then, chart decreasing, something separated from it. A small object falling. No explosion, no sound barrier, no emergency alert, just a single drop. And seconds later, the aircraft vanished from radar, as if it never existed. Officials were confused. Radars don't lie. But this one left no answers. By sunrise, rumors had already begun spreading among locals living near the desert zone. Something had fallen from the sky, and whatever it was, backhand index pointing right, it was not meant to be seen. The desert was silent that morning. No smoke, no fire, no signs of a crash. But the villagers felt something was wrong. Near the exact location where the object had dropped, the sand looked disturbed. As they moved closer, they saw it, half buried in the ground. Package, a metal box. Small, perfectly shaped, cold to the touch. There were no markings, no writing, no serial numbers. Just one strange symbol engraved on the top. A symbol no one could recognize. When they tried to open it, crossmark, it wouldn't budge. Not with tools, not with force. Soon, authorities arrived and sealed the area. The box was taken into custody. But that's when things became even more disturbing. Inside the lab, scanners showed something impossible. Satellite antenna, the object was emitting a signal. Not a normal signal. Not radio. Not satellite. A repeating pattern. Slow, controlled, intelligent. Scientists checked every known database. Warning, no match. Warning, no origin. Warning, no explanation. One technician whispered, "This wasn't dropped by accident." And for the first time, officials realized. Backhand index pointing right, whatever fell from the sky, was sent on purpose. The box was no longer just a mystery. Now it was a problem. Top scientists were called in. Military engineers, signal experts, cryptographers. Each of them asked the same question. Who made this? High-resolution scans revealed something disturbing. The metal was not one solid piece. It was layered at a microscopic level, engineered with a precision beyond known manufacturing methods. When they tried to isolate the signal, satellite antenna, it changed, as if the box knew it was being studied. One expert froze and said quietly, "This isn't passive technology. It's responding." The frequency didn't match. Crossmark military bands. Crossmark civilian tech. Crossmark satellite systems. Nothing. Then came the warning. A senior defense analyst suggested immediate containment. He said, "If this is a test, we don't know the next phase." Reports were classified, files were sealed, and access was restricted to only a few names. But leaks began appearing online. Whispers on forums. Anonymous posts. Blurry images. People started asking, "Cyclone, is this foreign technology? Cyclone, a secret weapons trial? Cyclone, or something humanity was never meant to intercept?" Because one thing was now clear. Backhand index pointing right, the box was not finished with us yet. After the leaks, everything changed. The facility where the box was stored went into complete lockdown. No media, no statements, no confirmations. And then, suddenly, file folder, all official records vanished. No files, no reports, no mention that the object had ever existed. Journalists who tried to investigate were warned. Some were followed, some were silenced. And the box? It was gone. Not transferred, not destroyed, simply erased from existence. One former insider later claimed anonymously, "The signal didn't stop. They just moved it somewhere we'll never find." Even more disturbing, radio hobbyists in nearby regions started reporting something strange. Satellite antenna at exactly 2:17 a.m. every single night. A faint signal appeared. Same pattern, same frequency, same rhythm, coming from nowhere on the map. No aircraft, no satellite, no source. Authorities denied everything. They said, there was no drop, there was no box, there was no signal, but the recordings still exist, and the desert remains silent, as if it's waiting for the next drop. Because maybe, backhand index pointing right, the first one was only a message. Years have passed, No official investigation. No public explanation. No answers. But the signal, satellite antenna, it never stopped. Experts who secretly studied the recordings noticed something chilling. The pattern wasn't random. It was structured, mathematical, intentional, almost like a countdown. One decoded sequence translated into a single disturbing idea. This was not a delivery. It was a confirmation. Confirmation of what? That the drop was successful? That the message was received? Or that we were being watched? Governments still deny everything. But late at night, when the world goes quiet, the signal can still be heard. Soft, patient, waiting. Because maybe the real question was never, who sent the package? But instead, were we supposed to open it? Or were we only being tested? And if this was only the first sign, what happens when the next one arrives? If you believe this was just a coincidence, write coincidence in the comments. But if you think there's more to this mystery than we're being told, write they know I, and subscribe, because some stories are hidden for a reason, and some truths don't want to stay buried.